Check 1, 2, 3.
She seems really soft on her interns.
That one seemed to hang a little bit longer.
Yeah, she wasn't on the same path as me.
Yeah.
It's moving day here in Traverse City, and our feature game has two teams in need of a win to build some momentum. It's day 4, draw 9, at the USA Curling Mixed Doubles Nationals. I'm Dean Gemmel sitting in for Tyler George, and I'm joined for this game by Brett Jackson. And Brett, if you look at this game, what are you expecting from this morning's matchup?
Well, there's 3 games left to go with this pool, both pools, and the playoff picture's starting to emerge, but still each team has an opportunity to make a statement in these closing matches.
Absolutely. As we listen to the introductions here, we've had a great week so far in Traverse City. Another stellar weather day today after a couple that were tested us. But let's take a look at the standings here. In this pool, TC Dropkin, world champions, defending champions here at this event. They're at 4-0. Persinger Casper, who we'll see in just a few minutes, they're at 3-1. Kim Rhyme, Jason Smith, also at 3-1. Cora Farrell and Coleman Thurston facing Casper and Persinger in our game. They sit at 2-2. Moores Wheeler, our Colorado team, Lance Wheeler, Claire Moores, they're at 2-2. Schweitzer Hegberg, also at 2-2. And still looking for their first wins, the teams of Nickel and Woodcott. There's our teams getting ready. They've had thrown the LSD, and we'll see who captured that. There's Cora Farrell and Coleman Thurston getting warmed up. Persinger and Casper looking fierce. It's an interesting dynamic here, Brett. Vicky Persinger and Danny Casper. Casper, one of our younger players, one of our top younger players. He skips in the men's game. Persinger, more of a veteran of the women's game. She's got not still young herself, of course. I was
going to say, most definitely young herself.
Still young herself, of course, but with a bit more experience. Has been played in Olympic Games and played in any number of nationals throughout her career. So I think it's an interesting dynamic, and I'm looking forward to hearing their exchanges on the mic.
Well, both their on ice and off ice camaraderie seems to be fantastic, actually. I mean, they joke around with each other well. They're always positive with each other. So it seems to be working out tremendously.
Yeah, Danny, for people who don't know him, has a lot of fun on the ice. And Vicky's, I think Vicky enjoys that. And so we'll get started here. Cora Farrell, she'll be throwing the first and fifth rock here in mixed doubles. If you don't know much about mixed doubles, and I imagine you do if you're watching at 9 a.m., but 5 rocks thrown per end, 2 rocks in play to start the end. One player throws 1 and 5, the other throws 2, 3, 4. You can't remove any rocks until 5 have been thrown.
All right, that's up our game.
We get underway. Cora Farrell, opening rock of our feature
25.
game.
Mine is good.
Seems like more ad.
Only for weight right now.
Weight's there.
Okay.
Back 4.
Starting to move.
Back 4.
Okay.
Back
curl.
8.
Close for curl.
We're heavy.
Curl.
So a little strong here, and now they're trying to knife it over.
Hard.
It'll bounce off. Brett, you play a lot of mixed doubles. You enjoy it. I'll be perfectly honest, I don't play a lot of mixed doubles. I don't get a chance to. I retired after 1 game in the Continental Cup. So, but when you play, what are the keys to the game for you?
Well, anytime you're above the tee line, towards the center, having a commanding position of the forefoot, that's generally a good opportunity to score points in a mixed doubles game. And if you don't have hammer, you definitely want to be in a position to either be freezing on red rocks or, again, controlling the top of the forefoot in order to prevent a big end and possibly steal.
It's a good spot, though.
So the weight was close, but they didn't get quite the curl they wanted. It'll hang out there, and the top of the button is still available here for Coleman Thurston.
The yellow rock was just thrown. It's still in an excellent position to be moved up or used in any manner. So, not a bad shot at all.
Coleman, a former U.S. junior national champion.
It is running.
Heavy.
Okay. Yeah, it needs to curl.
So, Dean, did you win your mixed doubles game?
I was hoping you would ask, Brett. It ended in a tie against Eve Muirhead. So Eve Muirhead and Michael Goodfellow, I played with Heather Nedowin. So I thought that was as good as I would get. Good reason to get out on that.
Pretty good partner to start with, too,
Yeah,
and finish with.
I didn't see my career going up from there. So Danny Casper, his first here in this opening end. Casper from Briarcliff Manor in Westchester County in New York. Grew up curling at the Ardsley Curling Club, a club I spend a lot of time at.
It's a little tight. Sit close. Yes. Yes.
This looks like it's maybe light and tight.
Split off. Do you want to take a few more?
Yeah, I guess.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Do you want more?
I think so, yeah.
So Vicky's suggesting that Danny's not quite getting out to the broom. And is saying let's just resolve that with a bit more ice rather than him making adjustments. Thurston.
Line is good.
Still felt there.
Close.
Still there, heavy.
Okay.
Back
Where?
8.
Where?
Back 8.
Close for straight.
We're really heavy, Cora.
Straight for backing.
We're very heavy.
Straight still.
I believe it's heavy.
Close if you need backing. Straight. Okay.
I would say early indications, Brett, some struggles with the ice here. We've had a great surface all week. They're a bit off on the speed and the amount of curl, I think.
Yeah, it appears, we've seen this throughout the week, that appears to curl a little bit more towards that walkway that you can see if you're looking towards the house on the right-hand side, and a little less curl on the other side. And that's showing up pretty consistently so far in the early stones of this game.
A little more ice. Now it's starting to move. Now he's looking to just, now it's really finishing. Want to tuck it a little bit, but it.
Curls in the forefoot. Sorry. Curls in the forefoot.
Not a terrible position.
Can't go here.
That seems bad.
Yeah.
What's their shot right now?
They are.
What is their shot?
This.
Okay, then we probably have to guard it.
Yeah.
Do they have a run?
Here even.
So Coleman Thurston asking a good question for
I'm
developing
seeing more.
curlers.
That's center line.
What would be their shot if they were throwing right now?
Yeah, it's debatable how teams handle these types of situations. You know, a lot of teams, they have both players come down to the opposite end
Line
each
is
time,
good.
right? So
Bill's
that
all
both
there.
teams can,
It is not
both players
running.
can review
3.
what's going on and
4. 3, 4. You're already
make
there.
decisions on what the best shot
Already
is.
there for weight. Already there for weight.
Okay.
And then other teams are
Play to
communicating
it.
across
Play
the
to
ice
it.
on
Play
what the
to it.
options are.
Put it here then.
We're there.
Nothing's wrong, but
Hard curl.
you know,
Hard
it's
curl.
obviously a team's preference of
Go, 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 go.
which they prefer.
Okay.
Early on, teams might be hoping to preserve some time on their time clock. Thurston a little deeper than he'd like, but still guarding. Let's listen in as Danny and Vicky discuss this.
Flat.
Yeah, I mean, they can play that. It goes under there, right?
Yeah.
And then we can play this digs.
Did
I don't
we
know
just
if-
peel that?
I mean, what are we, like, keeping them from doing, though?
I mean, if we peel that, they're just drawing. I don't think they don't have anything on this.
I don't know where they can draw, though, right?
So
Like,
that's what I mean. What else do we play besides the peel?
I think if we
We
Try to
can't get
play,
in here.
like-
It's too straight.
put, like, the out turn and roll up a little.
Yeah, I just don't want to
Like
give them
with, like, a
something to
board
sit
weight?
on. Yeah.
But can they make a draw through that?
I don't think you can hit enough of this with enough weight. You're gonna just go dead into this back here. Like you have to hit it pretty thick with some weight.
If I throw, like, a board? Yeah.
Well, that's why I think we just peeled it. I think we're giving them something by rolling to here.
Okay.
Two schools of thought there. Vicky's in
Here,
favor,
they're
and I
freezing.
think
We're not
they've.
scoring.
I mean, I have 3/4 of it, like,
From the left tack?
Clearly, Danny really likes the hit.
I like to hit myself, to be honest.
You
I'm
want to
not-
play this?
yeah, I mean, you all right with that?
Yeah, I mean, we have to roll.
I'm not sure peeling the guard
What do you
is.
think?
I think
Like,
it's
I'm
actually
okay
more
with either. Whatever
problematic
you
perhaps
think.
for Coleman Thurston.
Okay, board. If you catch the guard, you catch the guard.
Okay.
Coleman Thurston and Cora Farrell.
How much do you have?
Thick half.
My eyesight's off. Okay. Board.
So apparently the young eyes of Danny Casper are superior to Vicky Persinger. Casper throwing a board weight hit and roll.
Little heavy.
Whoa. Whoa. Stop. Whoa. 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 Curl. Curl.
Now
Hard.
trying to knife it over.
Whoa.
By the guard
Please.
by quite. He's
Curl.
close here.
Roll it. Roll it. Roll it.
If it spins up a bit, I think that's very good.
Little
That's
heavy.
where Brett. I think the way those guards are
that's like,
staggered,
I'm
it's
feeling
to their
help.
favor.
Yeah, I don't think
did
you
not
can
think you had
draw through that port
To me, you had
with the amount of curl that we're seeing
I
and
did too
be
from
able to
down
sit
here.
on the button. Just seems
I feel
very
like that was
unlikely.
Maybe heavy.
I didn't time it.
That's the only thing I see.
Yeah, same here.
But it,
I mean, we got to be careful though, because if we tap this here, they might have something on the combo. I don't think so. I think it goes over. Like it would be here max, which should be over the top. So,
Just have to make sure we get it thick enough.
okay.
Thinking that with 12.5, yeah?
Yeah.
I believe they've elected to play a hack weight
If
double.
we zip it by, it's not the end of the world. The guard's bad.
well, you don't need to get rid of that top yellow rock because of the red that's in the back of the forefoot, but clearly they want to get rid of the one that's on the top of the button.
Cora Farrell, last rock for Farrell Thurston here in this opening end. She's facing two counters belonging to Persinger and Casper.
Yep. Yes, hard. Really hard.
Thurston yelling for
Yep.
line early.
Gotta
He said they don't want to touch the
hard.
guard. It is close to that
Hard.
guard. Can it get
Keep
by?
going.
No, it rubs the guard. Now, is there an opportunity for a big number?
Just
Let's
tight
listen to Danny and Vicky.
I could try this tap,
Yeah.
because I can get it on our own.
Yes. Just air towards the thick side.
Yeah.
Do you want to sweep or?
Yeah. Do you see anything else?
No, I don't think
Yeah,
there's.
They
much
really don't
else.
think that there's an outturn
I
draw
think we
there
just
either,
air
do
on
they?
like the lighter.
No, so they're
You know,
going
if
to
we
try
don't
this
tap it all the way
in-turn
there,
draw
that's better
to
than-
through this
Just a hair
port
high.
that is a lot more narrow than it appears to the eye here, the way the rocks are staggered.
This is one where you'd possibly increase rotation significantly in order to try to get it through the port, act a little straighter, but
Yeah, close
It's like
weight, a little
Vicky's
heavy.
typical rotation, which
Yep.
is a lot.
Hack.
Early calls hack.
You just hit it
so-
super
I
thin.
think they're playing the
mine's
Oh,
really
they're
bad.
actually
tap.
playing the angle
Okay.
raise.
Yep.
Yep.
but just hanging out there because of that extra weight.
2.
So it'll be 2 for Persinger and
2-0, yeah.
Casper. That makes the score 2-0 after one end. We'll be right back with more from Traverse City.
Twin Cities Orthopedics is ready to go with more doctors, specialty services, and convenient urgent care locations. Ready, set, TCO.
We're back here, 2024 USA Curling Mixed Doubles National Championship. There's scores from the other sheets. We'll get those updated as the game goes along. I'll put on my CEO hat here for just a minute, Brett, and mention our two terrific sponsors there once more. Columbia Sportswear, for people who don't know, and you should by now, considering how many people are wearing Columbia. They're a great sponsor of USA Curling. I urge you to support them. You can certainly support them by buying USA Curling merchandise as well. People who know me know I never miss a plug for that. And TCO, Twin Cities Orthopedics, in the Twin Cities, provide a lot of assistance with training and overall athlete health. It's been a great week here so far in Traverse City at this brand new facility, Brett.
Well, I was going to ask you, as CEO, how do you think this week's gone? What do you think of the facility and of the athletes bringing this game to Northern Michigan?
Interesting trick, Brett, turning the question back on me. But no, I think it's been great. There's just a lot of positive energy here in this club and in this community around the sport. And they've put so much effort into this championship, making sure it's a positive experience for the players. We have Sean Olson and his crew are in here working on the ice, so the surface has been great. They touched up the rocks a little bit this week just to get a little more curl, and we announced that to all the teams, told them that was happening. Vicky's opener just a little bit short, but still in a good position. So, yeah, it's if you are an arena club hoping to get to dedicated ice, I'd certainly urge you to speak to people here in Traverse City, and I can connect people, but they've made the journey. It's a tough one, I know, and I appreciate all who try to do it. So
Yeah, huge ad.
Too much.
It's coming down.
Wait only.
We're all there.
Curling
Back four.
now.
Back four.
Thurston says back 4.
Coming down a lot. Make sure we're around it.
It's interesting about Coleman and Cora. Last season, they won, I believe, the Colorado Cup, which featured a majority of our top teams out in Denver. And Cora in that event, actually, Brett, threw 2, 3, and 4, which is somewhat unusual in mixed doubles, but they cruised through it and won it. Would have qualified for mixed doubles, but it conflicted with Coleman was playing in the World Junior Championship.
No, they're a solid team. I think in the rankings they're 4th in the country
Close for line.
for mixed doubles, and so that's their seeding for this tournament. And so, you know, not a team to be trifled with at all. And I think they're going to give
You're good for line. You're good for line.
Persinger,
Okay, drag it.
Casper a really good
Curl,
game,
curl, curl, curl,
and
curl,
vice
curl.
versa.
Heck of a throw.
There's
Great
Casper.
sweep. Good job.
Heck of a throw, great sweep. I can't add much to that, but I think it's good. A good description of it.
Hair high.
Yeah. With the out.
Yeah.
With the Yellow Rocks being
See
put
ya,
in
touch
such a great
more.
position, both above the tee line, in commanding positions of the center of the house. Coleman electing to just peel, maybe do a run back, and try to move things around.
Rock on the way.
Oh.
Needs to curl up a bit. Does.
Hard out, Cora. Go all the way. All the way.
Well done. Gets action on that top stone. Essentially peels the guard.
And establishes the corner guard if
This side a
they're
little
able to
bit.
use that at some point.
Persinger and Casper will guard now
center's good.
with Casper second. Danny Casper, as I mentioned, grew up curling at the Ardsley Curling Club in Ardsley, New
Guys,
York.
see
That's
Mark?
also where
Yep.
Andrew Stopera, also in this field, also a former junior
Good.
champion like Danny and Coleman. Andrew Stopera grew up curling there. Casper.
Line's nice.
3,
Line's nice. Needs to
Three.
get to center. Hanging right now.
3,
Really hanging.
pretty tight.
Really
Top
hanging.
12 almost.
We
Coming
gotta
down
get to
hard though.
center. Yep, go ahead. Go ahead. Yep, gotta go.
A bit of a slip there at the end, but the guard lines up.
Wow.
You're right. Did you fall or something?
Oh, no, my thing
Oh.
fell off. I am shocked it got that far. It's not that much. I kind of turned
Yeah,
the end
mine are
of my
just
phone.
going.
Yeah, this is good. High side here.
Looks like Coleman has elected to try to come around that guard. Are you a little surprised he maybe didn't take a crack at the run there, Brett?
Wait, felt close.
No, I think having a red rock in position on top of the yellow rock first,
Wait's good.
and I think this is what Cora was
Just
thinking
do it.
about
Wait's good.
before
Wait's
doing
good.
the run, is get a red rock in a great position
high
and
for
then
now over
run,
there.
make the run down the center
Coming up.
in order to hopefully keep a red rock above tee and in a good position to be useful.
Nice spot.
Well, he's got this.
Was I wide?
I think,
a
yeah,
bigger
we're
set,
shot.
I thought.
It's very close, but I think we're shot.
Like, I don't mind this even if you overroll.
It's
Because
hard.
he's got that.
It's very hard to overroll. But if we guard that, then what does he have? This, which doesn't go anywhere.
Okay. You want to throw...
Uh,
I'm almost thinking crossing
I
center.
think you can curl it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm going to give you a little less.
Just a little high.
Are you good with this?
Yeah.
So I like the decision here to play it across the center line. We see a lot of time,
I think
a lot
it's
of
a good
times
amount
in
less.
recreational play, people will just keep going
More, or
wider
is
with
that
that
good?
same turn, not
Yeah,
realizing
because we
that
want to
they
guard
can
that side of the red,
let
right?
it work across the sheet.
Yeah.
Of course, they could also
I
just
think
play
that's
a
good.
nose on
Okay.
the yellow, or a nose and a slight roll under, as Danny mentioned.
There is a particularly bad outcome from trying to do that shot. I agree. I see it. Danny sees it. He wants to throw it. But Vicky, with her experience, choosing a
okay.
more conservative approach that
Really
she
gotta
still thinks
curl.
is really beneficial for
Really
the
gotta
team.
curl.
Now they need to work this across.
all
They
the way.
chose this
Gotta get
turn.
to
They
here.
got to get on the other side
Yep,
of the center
keep it
line.
moving.
Casper
Yep.
knifing it over with the broom head in that direction. Love to get a little bounce, I imagine, but I think it's going to get far enough.
Yikes.
There's a double peel there now, or
I think they're going to try to run the yellow into the red, into the yellow.
I like the intern.
Yeah, I do too.
And if they do this right, the yellow could go, the back red will
Gotta
go,
be
but
pretty
two
low here.
reds
It's
might
like-
remain.
Yeah.
2/3. Yeah, I like that.
exactly
Little
as
less.
Coleman outlines, 2/3 low. Big shot here.
Come on. Pearl. Good God.
Okay.
Oof. Got very close to getting it off the other yellow, but
Was I wide?
Okay.
Bigger set there.
sounds,
Yeah, I guess.
according to Cora, that he might have
Coming.
Oh, yeah, I
just
think
set
it's
it
good
back
amount-
a
yeah.
little bit.
I was here.
Yeah, we want it high too, so it doesn't have a, yeah.
I really do think you can finish it over. But you're right, it needs to be high.
Persinger Casper with a guard now in a
should I
pretty
just throw
good
the
position to
intern, Dan?
steal.
I think this is fine, we just threw it.
Okay.
I'll sweep it to wherever.
Sure you will. High
Danny, the typical skip in mixed doubles, wants to show off his brushing prowess. Persinger Casper, this is their last shot of the second end. They're up two, hoping to steal here.
Try to drop it.
Okay.
I think it might be really light.
I think weight's okay.
I think it's light.
Gotta go though.
Curl. Curl.
Weight's good.
Definitely not heavy. Now
Curl.
Danny likes the weight.
Whoa.
Now it's
Can you
all about the
corner freeze
line.
it?
Can you corner freeze it?
Yeah, you want?
Yep, you gotta go. You gotta go. Okay, whoa, don't load it. Sit.
Don't want to line it up.
Okay.
No, it's in a great spot.
It's good, I think.
That red is essentially not
actually not
usable to
confident
run
in the
into
shot,
the
but it
house,
doesn't
or
really
at least not run
It's a
into the
call
button.
anyways.
It's a real emotional
think
roller
it's
coaster
best.
for
I
a
think
guard, Brett. They were
My whole left
way
foot
light,
dominant, really.
then not light,
Well-
then not curling enough. Cora
like
and
laser
Coleman,
thin.
what do they have?
Here.
I mean, the options are really limited. They can take a run at trying to run that yellow in. There's obviously a huge,
Like I think
you know, if
you
they
gotta get it on
stick
the,
it, they could give up 2 potentially.
It's like quarter rock.
They could try to, you know, if they do run that yellow in and they run it in on the left side of the rock that's
The
on the
out's
button, there
probably
is a
easier.
possibility that they
that's gonna
do
send
remove
it
both
flatter.
yellows and the red in the back and score 1.
It's like, yeah,
I
like
don't think they have a play on the
third.
guard on the right.
So I think they're playing hit the yellow thin onto the red, try to get it moving towards the button.
You got to throw a lot of weight at this.
If executed perfectly, there is a chance for 3.
Yeah.
Cora Farrell, last shot, second end.
Hard.
Like to have a brusher, it sounds like. Well, didn't hit it quite thin enough.
Yeah. I mean,
We're
it's,
gonna take
it's
a
one
look
yellow,
at it.
Right?
I thought so.
Yeah, 1 yellow. Yellow.
Looks like 1 yellow for me, so it'll be another score of 1, or
yellow.
a score of 1 for Persinger Casper. They'll take a 3-0 lead into the third end. We'll be right back from the USA Curling Mixed Doubles Nationals. Steve's Curling Supplies, America's #1 curling equipment supplier for over 50 years, is proud to support USA Curling. No matter your skill level or budget, they have all the top products from the most popular brands in the sport. Right now, you can save $10 on any purchase of $100 or more when you use the code USACurling10 at checkout. That's stevescurlingsupplies.com. Visit them for all your curling needs. stevescurling.com. We're back here, Mixed Doubles National Championship. Let's look at the scores across the other sheets. On sheet B, both teams nickel and nickel, Wooden Cot. They're looking for their first wins. Right now, Wooden Cot is on their way to that one. They're up 4-0 playing the third. Schweitzer, Hagberg, Rhyme Smith, both teams in the mix. That score is currently not hit at 1-1. Moores Wheeler trailing TC Dropkin 1-0. They're just finishing up the second, I believe, or have just finished it. We'll update when we can. And our game, 3-0, Persinger and Casper over Cora Farrell and Coleman Thurston. Third end gets underway. Vicky Persinger trying to play this out-turn freeze.
Mine's good. Always straight. Mine's good.
It's okay.
Mine's good. Whoa, knees curl. Look, really running.
Let's do it.
Curl if you can. No bounce though, no bounce.
Good throw.
I like that rock
Yeah,
better.
should've just
Danny and
left it a
Vicky have
little
been able
better for you,
to
No, you're good.
put rocks in great positions early on in ends so far, which is why they've been able to score in both of the ends. But a 3-point deficit is not anything in mixed doubles curling, and we can fully expect that Farrell and Thurston have every possibility of coming back.
Yeah, we've seen all week. Topsy-turvy
32.
games, big ends traded.
Weight's already
Mine
there.
is good.
Yeah, even in national
Good
championships,
work.
we've seen a
Already
couple
to it.
5-enders, a
I
6-ender.
gotta go.
Did
Weight's
see a
good. Weight's good.
6-ender last night from the
T1.
Hamiltons.
T1.
It has to curl a mile.
So this one needs to work over as well. Weight was good, just didn't curl as much as they wanted to.
Yeah.
Just back 4.
Yeah.
T.
I'd say early indications in this game are that Persinger, Casper are maybe a little more dialed into the ice than
Whoa.
Cora
Pretty
and
heavy.
Coleman
Yep.
are.
How heavy? Whoa. Where is
Back
it?
4. Back 8.
Whoa.
More than
Whoa.
that.
Straight. Never curl.
More than that. Back
Whoa,
12.
whoa, whoa. Curl. Such a liar. Curl.
Yeah,
curl,
I am
curl,
a liar.
curl, curl. Okay.
Just like to test you. It's not bad.
Okay.
Line is good.
Weight felt close.
Room right now.
Heavy.
Needs to curl.
Coleman not happy with
Weight's
the
coming
weight
down a
he
lot.
has here.
Weight's
Now
weight's
it's-
close.
Always curl.
Now he thinks it's
I
close.
can't go.
4, 5.
Can't go.
Early reviews weren't good, but it might still be a little strong.
Sit.
He's trying to sit down. Will it bounce? Will be
I
almost
think
shot.
you want to be
but
as far over that way.
They had a
as
great
you
line
can,
on
right?
that shot,
So
just
if they
to
don't have
pound
the
too much
yellow,
weight.
yellow.
Yeah, right in the hole though is pretty.
But they've left a really great opportunity to sink one in right between those two stones, covering most of the button, and that rock, if managed correctly, would be really difficult to remove.
Casper playing the freeze into the pocket.
Lot of room.
It's pretty heavy.
Whoa.
Casper thinking it's strong, so he's going to try to knife it over. He's got some curling
Yep,
to do,
yep,
that's for sure.
Yep. Yep.
Sorry, that was just terrible.
So we heard the
Oh,
review of
Lord.
that shot from Danny Casper.
14. I got a 14
Didn't like it.
on his. So.
Rock's building up here now, though,
Yeah, a lot
for
of-
Coleman and for Cora.
A lot of rocks in the back of the house, behind the tee line. This actually happens quite a bit in mixed doubles curling.
lie.
You would think that,
Weight's lighter. Top
I
four.
think teams get a little excited and
Just do
see an
it.
opportunity to make a
Feels
great
tight,
shot
no.
and turn the end around,
Straight
and then put just a
line.
little
Let's
bit
go.
too much on it.
Gotta go.
Certainly
you
a
gotta
way
go.
you can see both those yellows
Hard, Coleman.
exiting.
Hard. Go. Keep going. Hard.
So opportunity missed.
Okay.
Now,
Yellow's a chance to set 3 if they can sink one in right at the top of the button.
now the issue is with only 5 rocks per team, per end, I believe in mixed doubles at this point, Farrell and Thurston are past that point of blowing up the house, blowing up the rings.
They are, yeah.
Would have
That's
been on
more
the
you
last
said?
shot they could have
I
tried
did
that.
give you. I just want to make sure we get by him.
Yeah, I agree, yeah.
Danny Casper, his last of the third end.
Line's close.
Still heavy.
Running right now.
It is always a little bit
You gotta just
better
curl,
when you
it's
see
really
a big
heavy.
pocket
Okay.
to try to get in there first,
Hard.
instead of blowing
Hard, you
something
gotta
up in front, because
you gotta
obviously
go.
if the team
Hard,
still
everything.
does
Go, go, go,
end
go,
up
go,
in the
go, go,
pocket,
go, 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 and roll.
they're in a real advantageous position, whether there's a guard in play or not.
You just have
I
to
think what we're
put
seeing
red
here is
onto
both
those.
teams are
Good.
not wanting
Yeah.
airing heavy and then not getting the curl, fairly
I
weight
like that.
sensitive.
I think that's the easiest shot.
Yeah. It's good.
Like control.
Oh, wait. Control.
Vicky asking if that was Danny's last. One of the things I know from playing mixed doubles is
Probably more like hacker
cadence is
board. I
different
have
than the
half.
traditional game, and
Okay.
sometimes you actually do
What do you
struggle just a
see?
bit to figure out whose
Hack?
shot it is.
I like hack.
Okay.
Thurston will try to raise this red stone in the top of the 8-foot into that cluster of yellows, throwing hack weight.
Weight's close. Hack.
Close.
Hack.
Close.
Hack.
Close. Yes.
Hack.
Yes. Hard. Hard.
Looks like a great shot coming in.
Come on.
good.
Coleman makes it with excellent precision.
Thanks. Good throw, Coleman. 12-8 there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Although I guess this goes into that, right?
Well, if you could definitely make it. My other thought was just you go here.
Yeah, I think we just got to keep them to 1 here if we can. Right?
So,
Just keep them to 1 if we can.
yeah.
Are you good with this? Just like a guard up here?
Oh yeah, just guard. Yeah.
I mean, I guess they have the same shot they just threw. What do you
I
think?
think you freeze it.
Okay. Yeah.
Unless you think we guard this side and make them.
No, because they have this interim
Yeah.
tap for a couple.
Yeah.
Both teams doing the calculus to decide how a big score for red could occur.
Well, this is a good demonstration of, one shot making all the difference in the end.
Here. Farrell, Thurston currently lying 1.
I think it's there.
No.
Go to the back, yellow.
Okay. No.
Still there though.
Curl.
Tap
Are
one.
you kidding me?
Make the roll here.
Yeah.
That is.
Do you like control?
Sorry.
That's fine.
I thought it was just really light, so I figured like.
It looked heavy out of your hand and then
I
it came
basically just
down.
threw
Yeah, I
some
thought we were
trouble.
like
Yeah,
barely
I
gonna get it there, so I just figured straight. to
Both
make sure
teams
we got
struggling,
one of the
Brett, to figure out the weight as brushers. They actually ended up brushing that more than they needed to.
I should have looked up and just curled it.
Shout out to Frank Mogavero back there,
Other piece of it.
assistant head ice technician here with USA Curling. Well, we flipped, so we can't see him now. From the Charlotte Curling Club.
Yeah, well, I do think that Vicky was right. It was a little lighter than she thought or than was needed to make that split. Really keep the rock separate and both in the house. And so I think she was correct in trying to sweep that rock. Where I think the communication lied is that Danny probably thought that one was passed instead of making the shot, and just didn't
Close.
pick up the line enough.
10.
Close.
10.
Okay, whoa. Curl, we're on the outside by a lot. Really gotta go.
Opportunity here to see the rare blank, or will they take on the split for 2?
Do you want to call line or do you want me to call line?
I'll call line. I think just T-weight again. Like if we just draw here.
Well,
You
they didn't
held
even
mine
think
pretty
about the
good,
blank.
Vicky. Like, I feel like I
They're
almost
going
slid here.
right for the split.
There?
Well, through it here.
Okay.
Just T-line.
Yeah.
So they're going to throw this with just
I feel like
T-line.
that's minimum, but
The idea
no,
here
you're good.
that
I'm gonna put good rotation on it too.
pointed out, Brett, to me, guy who's not played much mixed doubles, there are no blanks in mixed doubles. So, yes, excellent point. No such thing as a blank end in mixed doubles.
Well, there is. I just think the hammer reverts to the other team.
Well, yes.
Close. Where?
You could have an end with no score,
A lot
Right.
of weight.
but
Well
it's
then.
not productive.
Curl. Curl. Curl, you gotta go. Hard. Hard, curl, hard.
Are they close to getting enough
Just
of this?
needs to touch
There
it,
it is.
and
Well
this
done.
one needs to stick around.
I think it'll stick around.
Good shot, Vicky.
That's a
Good
great
line,
split.
2.
So, they smartly didn't choose the blank, made the split for 2. It's the 4th end. We're halfway through, and it's time for the Broom Fitters break. Broomfitters.com is the place for good curling gear and fast shipping on everything curling. For a limited time, take 10% off your first order with the code USA. Visit broomfitters.com. We're back here, 2024 USA Curling Mixed Doubles National Championship. Let's look at the scores across the sheets. Woodcott out to a commanding 6-0 lead over the Nichols. Our game after Vicky Persinger makes that great split for 2. They're up 5-1 over Cora, Farrell, and Coleman Thurston. Kim Rhyme and Jason Smith have opened up a big 7-1 lead over Schweitzer Hagberg. That's big in mixed doubles, but still comebacks are possible in this format. And Moores Wheeler trailing the world champions TC Dropkin by a score of 2-1. I'm joined here by Kevin Byrne, who's the vice president and a driving force here at the Traverse City Curling Club. Kevin, welcome, and thanks for hosting us to begin with.
Well, thank you. We are absolutely thrilled to host this event this week. It's been a dream and a goal of the club for many years to host national and international competitions.
Well, and we are obviously grateful for that. Obviously, running good national championships is a key part of our mission at USA Curling, and your group, I think, has displayed the same energy you had to get to this beautiful facility and running this championship. So tell me a little bit about the journey to your facilities. Actually, we're in an abandoned Kmart, I guess, right? So
that's correct.
That's what you retrofitted. That wasn't the original plan, though, was it?
No, our original plan was to purchase a couple of lots, which we did down on the south of town in a little industrial park. Then COVID hit, and all of our plans changed. We had made a commitment to our membership, the board had, that we were going to be curling in our own facility by a given date. And when COVID hit, our costs exploded, and we could not do the project we wanted to. It was in the neighborhood of $17 million. It was far too much money. So we got together and decided we needed to do a very fast pivot, and this property was available. We went through the process of negotiating the purchase of the property, which we were successful in doing, and it was all engines forward from there on in, a sprint to get it open to make our deadline.
Well, getting to know you a little bit this week, I can imagine what it meant when all engines were firing. I'm sure that was, I'm sure that's an understatement. But what I love about it is I love the pivot, to be honest. When I talk to clubs trying to go from an arena facility to their own ice, I always tell them to keep yourself open to all models, right? And you're talking about a project that suddenly grew to $17 million, and you made the pivot.
We had to make the pivot. This is a very generous community we live in, but there are limits. And we determined that the limit had been exceeded. And this, in hindsight, this facility in the center of town, tremendous parking. We own 10 acres here. It's a fantastic place to have this, which makes us wonder about the clarity of our thinking when we bought the property we did.
Well, that's some honesty I can appreciate. But, I think the other exciting part of this is we are in a mall that's not unlike many malls in America right now that's seen stores go out of business and stores leave, and this facility is helping be a part of that revitalization. It's
actually one of the goals we had when we purchased this was to be a spark for our community, to lead the redevelopment and reuse of this facility in a positive way. And I think if you come back here in a year, you'll see the progress that we've made.
So what other plans do you have? We're going to stick with you just for a bit here, Kevin. It's a 5-1 game. I'll jump in a bit, but I want to talk to you a little bit more about it. So what other plans are in the works?
We have a considerable amount of space that we have leased out to an organization here in Traverse City, a symphony orchestra. They're opening a community music school at the other end of the building from where we are. That work is actually, the construction work started last week on that. We have a couple of other tenants for the remaining portions of the building. So when this building is fully leased out, the rents that are collected from the remainder of the building will cover the principal and interest on the mortgage that we have. So the curling club went from arena ice to this facility with no rent or lease.
Wow. I think that speaks to a lot of things, the community involvement and some financial acumen. So I think the idea of being involved in the community that way is so exciting. One of the things we want to develop at USA Curling, as we see Vicky Persinger slide just a bit deep with her opener, we want to develop something that helps people make the case for the value of curling in a community. And I know you've done that both locally and at the state level.
Yes, we've tried. I think the best example of that is the fact that a year ago in January, when we came into this building, our membership was 123 members. We're knocking on 450 right now.
Weight's close.
And when we reach
Weight's good.
600,
Top four,
the
top eight.
sustainability of our club,
All there.
we have an
Back
almost
four.
over
We're already to the yellow.
$400,000 expense
Yeah, it's running straight.
budget
We're heavy.
for a year.
4-2.
And at 600 members, it's very comfortable.
It's terrific, and it's good, positive information for clubs that are trying to make that move to dedicated facility, the growth in membership. Talking to some of the people that you're working with, as we see Coleman Thurston slide a little bit deep and leave a pocket here for Danny Casper. One of the things that impressed me was the discussion about, you know, when you have an arena facility, there is a window, and you do get people come in and out, lose interest, sometimes maybe because they don't want to drag rocks out of a cooler. You kept in touch with all those people. And some of those people have come back, correct?
It's a lot of them have come back. A lot of them are very important volunteers for our organization. Our organization still runs on volunteers.
You do have a terrific executive director as well, I will add, Kate Sturkin.
We are absolutely
Got a case of the heavies on this.
totally impressed with Kate's work. She's been so good for our club.
Pretty good.
Yeah, and she's been a terrific partner for us as well. Casper slides into the pocket, and have you played much mixed doubles, Kevin?
This is a discipline I have not yet played. I play in a 4-person team, not very well, but this is something that's really got my interest now.
Yeah, you know, one thing I always suggest to clubs is to, you know, mixed doubles can be a great way to fill some time that maybe is underutilized in a facility, because you can play quick games.
Back four, back eight.
Obviously, I think in the evening hours you want to fill your club more with traditional 4-person curling, but if you can use mixed doubles leagues to let people play even sometimes at lunch,
Yes.
Where's the
things
best
like
spot?
that, I think it's a great opportunity.
I see this as being a great way to get curlers involved in lunch
Corner
curling.
freezing the red is almost okay too, right?
I see this as a way also at a level, if we can do it in off hours, to attract some junior
quarter
curlers
freeze the red is also good.
into a game
Not
that is a
necessarily
little
the call,
faster
but-
paced and a little bit less social, not significantly, but I saw a couple of our junior curlers in the building this week, and they were really fascinated by this discipline.
I think it's a great point on juniors. You know, as we see Casper try to lock another one in here now. The other good avenue for juniors that we've seen in the curling community is triples, and again, it's that same idea that young players like the idea of playing all positions, moving around a lot. I still prefer not moving around as much. This looks like it's going to be light. Both teams struggling with the weight here. Now they're going to hope this functions as a guard.
Plan B.
There you go. Still an opportunity. This is a bit like 2 ends ago, Kevin, when we saw both teams miss the opportunity to sort of seal the end off. Yep. Thurston will now try it with the intern. Other things on the thoughts on the facility and the community, and we talked the first night I was here. I talked about all the levers you were pulling to make this happen, and I mean that in only the best way, in that you have to find a lot of different options here to make something like this happen, right?
My partner in this endeavor, Lowell Grumman, and I put together a capital stack that we gave a lot of thought to accommodate donations, loans, financing in different ways. We've tried to include every way possible for somebody to help us out financially and be a part of this. So, yeah, you have to be creative. You don't ever want to put people in a position where the easy answer is no.
Then they intern again.
You want to be able to find a way to take their needs into consideration and apply it to your organization.
On the intern side.
So this is when I invite you, Kevin, to help us with the USA Curling Foundation.
Are you agreeing or no?
Help me find all the ways to prevent people from saying no. But no, that's terrific, and I've spent some time with Lowell here too. I was happy to report that Lowell also spent a lot of money at our merchandise table, so appreciate that as well.
He was brimming with pride when he told me about that purchase.
He was very excited. He's bought it for the whole family. So,
yeah.
So Thurston gets to the button. He shot rock, pretty good position. Now I think Danny Casper really trying to put a rock in position to make too hard for Persinger Casper, or for There, I screwed it up first time. Cora, Farrell, Coleman, Thurston.
Mine's close. Stay close.
Okay, weight's okay.
I also think it's been
Little light.
valuable for your ice crew to have us here this week, Kevin.
Good.
I was talking to
good.
the two gentlemen who lead our ice crew, Paul Koss and Roger Smith,
Coming
this
down,
morning.
T.
They've learned a ton. And this is the
wait on it.
one of the benefits to having an
Go, go,
event
go,
like
go,
this
go, go.
is our guys get
Go, 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 go,
exposed
go.
to world-class thinking on ice.
Touched it, and then
We
we
like
moved
to
out.
say that you can't have world-class ice
What do you
without a
see?
world-class ice crew.
Yeah,
Are they
100%.
second?
You know, and we've seen that at national championships this year when Sean Olsen and his crew come in. People learn about a lot of things about their building and how to make better ice when they're not here. One thing I love too is you have a volunteer ice crew, but you've outfitted them with some pretty smart jackets.
Doesn't that just give them the yellow
it's
at
kind
it?
of evolved into a club within the club.
I'm not sure.
And you want to give some positive recognition to the people who spend the incredible number of hours perfecting our ice on a weekly basis.
That's even
And
worse.
that just made
Yeah.
all the sense in the world to
Probably,
us.
okay, probably just the
Yeah, I love it.
intern.
And I know, you know, whenever we go to events, we try to leave the volunteers from an ice crew with some apparel, and they always love that.
Sure.
And we're grateful whenever we go into a host club to have those people who can help us out.
They've learned a lot this week. I was talking with both guys this morning, and they're absolutely thrilled with what they've been able to accomplish and learn this week. And
Tight.
by and large, the competitors have told us that the ice is
Weight's good.
consistent, fast,
really close.
with very predictable curl. You can't ask for more than
Bumping
that.
No, you can't. So, speaking of curl, here's Coleman Thurston trying to get a little bit more curl out of this. He doesn't want to really bounce off. Doesn't love it. Close to.
I think we discard and give them one. We're sitting 2 and 3.
I'm just. Yeah.
Do you like that?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you sure it's me? That was quick.
So Casper and Persinger deciding they're line 2-3. Going to play a guard here up 5-1. Happy to force Farrell and Thurston 2-1 here in this fifth end.
Yeah, just take plenty of broom here.
Yeah.
So when does the symphony? That's happening fairly soon,
They
right?
might be able to go
Well, the
tap, tap on
construction
the rim
started
and get
last
you.
week.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
They're doing hazardous material
go
abatement
middle
this
12.
week.
Yeah, just block the outside
From
of the
here
rim.
on in, it goes fairly quickly. We hope that they'll be in the end of September, early October.
Speaking of not really a symphony, but we also had the choir sing the national anthem here at the opening ceremony, the high school choir, I believe. and that was
Traverse City
terrific.
West High School Choir, they killed it.
They really did, and
High.
Mine's good.
also
It's a little
provided
high.
us a good
Mine's
best
good.
practice for opening ceremonies in order to
Two,
build
high
a
two.
crowd. You had the choir, you had the
Curl.
kids in the choir. Their
Easy
parents
curl.
came,
Weight's good.
Yep.
so they saw a curling club. They may have never been here before either, right? So
Yep.
lots of good energy with that, and then an excellent national anthem.
Hopefully, Steve McNeil, our bagpiper, was a memorable experience.
Also excellent.
Tap it.
Yes, he was very good. But he always
Not
is.
a risk if you throw a back line.
Multiple-time world champion
That's,
bagpiper.
that's as much as you can throw. If
And a
you
good
throw more,
curler.
You might be able to hurt us.
Okay.
He's the full package.
He is.
It's like Eve Muirhead of Scotland.
Yellow onto the red.
Just back line.
He and Eve should team up for a competition that includes
You only have
curling
to
and
move this 2
bagpiping.
inches.
Yeah,
There you
it's-
go.
it's
Got to do a
hair
bit of
high
both. That
for-
could be a
it's
new
on the
discipline.
nose
I think it's here.
with back
So they're
line.
going to try, Cora and Coleman will try this long, quiet run back. They just need to touch the red to lie 2, Kevin.
Yep.
Watch this.
Yeah. Watch this.
Yeah.
When they're mic'd up, it's just fascinating to hear the banter back and forth.
Yeah, Coleman and Danny know each other well, so it is fun. Maybe that's what you can do at the club, Kevin. You can start miking up all your league games. And,
I'm not sure the FCC would allow that.
Cora Farrell, last shot, fifth end, trying to play a quiet tap on her own to score 2.
Whoa. Running like it's heavy.
She's calling space
Curl.
weight. That means just
Really
between
have to curl.
back line and
keep curling. Might be able to make it off
and
the other
that
one.
looks like it's not going to curl enough.
One
So
red.
with that, we'll finish the fifth end with the score 5-2 in favor of Persinger Casper. Kevin, thanks so much for your time.
Thank you
Appreciate
very
it.
much for inviting me. I appreciate it.
Thanks for all you're doing for curling.
Thank you very much.
We're back. 2024 USA Curling Mixed Doubles National Championship. That was Kevin Byrne with us for an end, the vice president here at the Traverse City Curling Club. Brett Jackson, chair of USA Curling, back in the analyst chair now. We'll look at other scores. Well, we won't, but we saw them quickly. I should also mention I talked to Kevin about miking up players in league games, and that's certainly something a club with curling stadium installed, as they do have here at Traverse City, could actually do. So if you want to listen in on the conversations of your league play, it's possible. Cora Farrell, opening stone here in the sixth end. And Brett, we heard Kevin talk about building this club and getting this done. And you're a Michigan native and currently curl out of the Detroit Curling Club. It's got to be great to have this facility in your home state.
Yeah, curling's been growing all over the country, but especially here in the Midwest. And, you know, we've got new curling clubs, relatively new curling clubs in Fort Wayne, down in Circle City, in Anderson, Indiana. Traverse City, of course. So the growth of curling has been fantastic, and this is really a premier curling facility. And so not only are they able to bring a national championship like this, but to see that type of growth in such a short period of time is really remarkable.
Yeah, it's terrific. And Persinger, Casper electing to go with the power play here. Sixth end, that's often the call. It's more of a defensive play. Just trying to ensure you score one here in six. But power play on, so Farrell and Thurston tried to put up the center line guard. They can move it over here because it's not on the center line. Can't move it out, though.
Sit.
That needs to sit down.
Oh, my God.
To Thurston's point, they could have swept that from the get-go, but it's actually a perfect tick. I was down in Anderson, Indiana at the Circle City Curling Club before I made my way here at the Senior Women's Nationals. Also, you know, that's a club that has 3 sheets of curling ice in an old machine shop, and certainly took some creativity to make it work, but they've got great energy there and a great group of members, and we were really happy to be there that they hosted Senior Women's Nationals. The competitors enjoyed it so much they collected some money to give to the club at the end of the event, so that was a pleasure to be there, and we thank everybody at the Circle City Club.
Yeah, I also want to recognize our great arena clubs in the state of Michigan. We have newer clubs, or at least people putting together curling in Ludington, Michigan, and Marquette. The Thunder Bay Curling Club is a recognized USA Curling Club member. Arena Club in Alpena, Michigan, and then, of course, Lansing. So lots of great curling happening around the state. We're growing, and it's just great to see all this activity and excitement around this sport.
So Casper and Persinger playing this power play about as textbook is what I'd say. No center line guards up.
You're saving
They
that till
managed to
last.
eliminate. So Coleman
We don't
is
want
going
them to have a
say
chance for more than 2. Throw the guard.
fairly definitive there. I do think Coleman's right here. You use that on your last to try to force them to 1 and hope you get some sort of mistake on these peels.
Line's good.
Foul heavier.
Yeah, it's running more.
It's heavier.
Yeah, the only thing I would caution against
Side
is
3.
sometimes, especially later in a mixed doubles game, the speed of an inside-out draw, like to that corner, ends up being significantly faster than the draws into the center of the ice. And so typically a team will get caught unawares and throw it right through the house, throwing a draw that would otherwise be on the tee line.
Yeah, the paths get a little worn down, and by this time from outside in, it starts to get a little slower. You land in the fudge, as we call it, in the slide path, and you don't get that when you're playing inside out. That, though.
And this is exactly why Coleman called the shot that he did, hoping for a mistake just like this. And now they're gonna draw under and try to put pressure on Persinger Casper.
Top 4 here.
Probably have to be back 4, no?
Danny won't be happy with that. It's still not terrible for Persinger and Casper, but Didn't like it out of his hand, so. Coleman Thurston playing the out-turn come-around here in the 6th end.
Line is good.
He and his partner, Cora Farrell trailing
close.
5-2 without last rock.
Stay
T.
close.
T back 4.
Okay, close for curl.
T coming down a lot.
Go ahead. Hard.
Coming down a lot.
Still curl. 4-9, 4-9. Keep going in pitch.
Just me, just me.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, good.
Great shot.
So as I thought they would do, they're going to try to run the yellow in.
Controller normal. Thinking normal.
Normal. To hold it there.
What do you think? Like interrupt?
Coleman put that in an outstanding position. It is a little bit behind the tee line, but you're maximizing
It'll come up a little bit.
the distance
Contact, though, is
between
most
the
important,
top
so
yellow
whatever you feel.
and the red, but at the same time still being in the 4-putt to really close down that scoring circle.
Yeah, he didn't like how deep he came, but it does make the run back harder, and you know it's also more straight back, so you could still have an opportunity to use that guard. Casper, his last shot here in the 6th end. His partner Vicky Persinger will throw the hammer.
Curl! Curl, it's close! Curl! Curl!
Still trying to make it curl. I think it's got to curl up a little more.
Roll it, roll it, roll it, roll it!
Wants to roll it right over.
Yeah.
There's some applause from the bleachers next to us here.
Good toss.
Really good shot by Danny,
Do you ever like
but
four
you know, fairly straightforward
That's fine.
hit and roll, very small roll
I think
over
we can
behind
trust
cover, and again,
Do you like pair with 11-5?
Farrell Thurston can put the pressure on.
Okay.
I just think 11-5 would be more manageable.
Okay. Sure.
We have to get it thinner then.
Can either roll directly behind that shooter, or you could roll big too and make it problematic. At least that would probably force the draw. See one of our local officials in the background. We appreciate them as well. So Cora Farrell will try to hit and roll behind cover here. She would have, as Vicky's talking it through, you know, one thing I do like, Brett, when I play is to give skips an option of 2 shots. You know, so they're discussing if she makes this perfectly, do they draw or play the run back that Danny just played?
Tight. Yep, gotta go.
Definitely putting 2 options could potentially put some doubt in people's minds too, right?
Yes,
Exactly.
hard!
You're not committing yourself to 1 shot. You're really thinking
Tight to
about
the
both.
guard here, though. Tight to the guard. Can they get by? I think they're going to get by. Now are they going to stick around?
Sit. Sit.
And it does. Like I said, you could roll big, and it does eliminate the second counter. It's actually, I mean, Cora's saying apologizing, but the big roll, couldn't have rolled another 6 inches, it would have been bad, but now Persinger needs full 8 to score 1.
She might try to take a run at it, go through the port and peel it out even.
I think I heard them say draw. So
Okay.
let's see what she does here, but I think they're just playing the straight draw.
15?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, now she's going for the draw for sure. But she did mention picking it out. Like you said, you know, making people think about 2 different shots could limit the execution of 1.
So Persinger needs full 8 to score
Curling right
1.
now, Not curling yet.
Definitely want to score in the 6th. Say it's not curling yet, which might indicate it's a little bit heavy. Running. Looks close to me. Casper's tracking it. Now he's dropping right off. I think it should
Yeah,
get
looks
into the
good.
slide path and settle down here. And it does. So it'll be a score of 1 for Persinger and Casper. That will make the score 6-2. We'll be back with the 7th end in just a moment. Expect to see Thurston and
Twin Cities Orthopedics is ready to go with more doctors, specialty services, and convenient urgent care locations. Ready, set, TCO.
We're back. 2024 Mixed Doubles National Championship in Traverse City. We've got a couple of finals here. Woodcott beat the spouse team of Nickel. That ends up being 9-1. Our game, Persinger Casper 6-2. Rhyme Smith with a convincing 12-3 win over Emily Schweitzer and Blake Hagberg. And TC Dropkin scoring big, the defending world champions and national champions up 6-3 against Moores and Wheeler. Our game, well, Brett, Persinger Casper almost produced the 2 from the power play, but are pretty happy to score 1 and 6, go up by 4, and as expected, Farrell and Thurston will use their power play now.
Yeah, ultimately, I think just scoring 1 was why Vicky chose the draw.
Good hack.
Pretty straightforward, easy shot.
Whoa, curl!
Very conservative.
Got a curl!
And that really established their ability to maintain the lead.
Persinger playing the tick we see in mixed doubles play, which move your own stone over to the center position. So well done.
We've gone around top 8 here before.
Yeah, either that or
We've seen a lot of success of that shot over the course of the week, so people are really playing it, and you wonder if someday the rules might end up changing as a result, because people are executing it so proficiently.
Yeah, there's a few rules changes I could see in mixed doubles. One I've suggested in the past, and not just me, others have suggested, is that you actually do have to switch who throws 1 and 5 or 2, 3, 4, switch every end. The initial idea when this concept and this discipline was created was that teams would naturally change between who threw the last rock, but typically teams stick with it the same way. One way I'd like to see it is I think it's a little odd that generally females are throwing fewer stones. I'd like to see it so that both genders are throwing the same amount in a game.
Check a piece.
Ooh, it looks like that grabbed a bit.
Yeah, that's kind of exciting, huh?
I mean, you can do this, but they just come around then. I think it's this, and then we start hitting. And this is a short run.
Okay.
Do you agree? Even if you're peeking out?
Yeah, right.
So good conversation. They talk through either the short run now or saving it for later. They'll play this hit and roll now, Brett.
No, I think they're drawing in. Because they don't have hammer, they can't hit just yet.
Good point. One of these days I'll become more well-versed in the rules of mixed doubles. No, I do know them, but it's early.
We'll go with that.
Yeah, it's a good save on my part. But anyways, Casper will play this out-turn draw. He did suggest even if it peaks out a little bit, it's not bad.
Where is it?
Back 4.
Okay. No, let it grab.
You need this rock to slow down.
Farrell Thurston really likes this play, though. They want more rocks to be in play right now. Definitely with this going way back in behind the tee line.
I have a quarter max.
A quarter.
They have the opportunity to sit 3, even just with a light tap back, right? They don't have to kill this yellow rock in the back. It's helping them.
You're not really rolling.
Won't roll much with back line, but I do like the weight selection. See USA Curling logos on some rocks. Those are the initial position stones.
Close.
Back line.
Yep.
Back line.
Yes. Yes.
Thurston on it, I believe, for line. Kenny, that guard is coming up fast.
Keep it there.
I think they've got it.
Go, keep
Just
going.
by.
Any roll, go hard on the roll.
And he will roll open now.
I still thought
You don't
No, you know what I like here, Brett? This hit and roll.
Isn't this helping us right now?
I was ahead of my time.
Wow.
It's actually, I mean, they do
What's our
have.
plan after this? They just go around? Okay.
I mean,
I get what you're saying.
yeah, I think we're almost trying to like roll it.
Yep.
Like, cause if we give up 3, like.
Well, but if your shooter rolls here,
Yeah. I mean, if you want to hit that, it's fine.
I just feel like we're always gonna have this.
Okay, like normal or?
Yeah. You want me to sweep or? Okay.
So as Danny mentioned, giving up 3 here isn't the end of the world. They'll carry hammer into the last end. But it is hard, isn't it, Brett? And you play both disciplines. It's hard to protect leads in mixed
I
doubles.
don't want your shooter to roll to a back
Yeah, it's
spot.
tremendously hard, and this is a really good setup
Are we good with this?
Yeah.
Okay.
for Farrell Thurston, and really put Danny and Vicky in a bind as to which rock to hit and which way to go with this. There's really no wrong answer, right? Taking out on the rocks down the middle is a good option.
So I think they'll just nose or roll out even. So they were hoping to roll over. Danny not happy with that.
Top 8 to top 4.
You never just draw the wing?
What?
Never just draw the wing? Like we need 3.
Yeah, this is good.
Well thought out there. They can draw another one in, but securing 3 here certainly gives them an opportunity to win the game. Coleman Thurston will attempt to draw side of the house.
After this end, there will be no power plays, and so the opportunity to steal at least one is definitely there in the 8th end. So putting 3 puts them, in a position to tie the game.
Where do you want the weight?
Here.
Where's
Stealing
here?
2 is a little tougher.
Right where my room is.
Tiny bit of frustration.
I can't always look up.
A bit of frustration creeping into Coleman Thurston's voice there.
Yes, wait. I think I can hold it. Even if you roll right in front of theirs, Danny.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Do you like this?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
They're trying to work their way through that communications breakdown back there. Danny Casper will have another chance at this hit and roll.
Given that they're up by so much, I'm actually kind of surprised that they're not trying for the slash double on the 2 back stones.
Hard!
I mean, obviously, there's nothing wrong with them hitting and rolling under cover here either.
But they hit and roll out, so the 3 is really still.
Further over.
What do you think?
Same thing.
I said, what do you think? If we come around the middle, there's a chance for 4. If we miss it, it's done, but we're sitting good if we come around the middle.
Yes.
I think we have to risk it.
The rock here.
They're going to have hammer up 1, so I think we have to.
Yeah, I agree. Right here, and that's
So they can
almost top 4.
Christmas tree this a little bit and probably force Vicky to play the short run.
A lot of room.
Wait, it's close.
Coleman Thurston did look like
Top
he popped
4.
that out a little bit,
Stay
maybe
close
slid a
for the
bit
curl.
tight, fed it out.
Top 4,
Shouldn't
top
matter
8.
It's
too
getting
much. The
better.
weight's
Stay
good.
Close.
I can't go. We're T already.
Okay.
Can't go. Where's the line?
4-6.
So one of the fans listening to the webcast and noticing your slight omissions on the rules has suggested that Dean needs ice cream. And today is the opening day of Moomers here in Traverse City, which was voted the 5th best
I think it's whichever
ice
one
cream
you wanna
parlor
try
in
to
the
hit.
country.
Well,
All right, if that'll bring some mental acuity
Like a
to
firmer.
me, I am all in favor of it. So I think.
Okay.
So over curling just a bit, I think they're going to just rip out the back one, concede 3, head to the final end, up 1 with hammer. Probably a little less comfortable than they would have liked to be, but still a
this, or?
strong position.
I kind of like the draw, but I can't check.
A lot of mixed doubles teams would play the draw
Yeah,
and
they're
freeze to
discussing
that
it.
one in the back 4, thus eliminating all of the stones. There might be there would be, even if you put it right on the nose, there would be an opportunity to rip.
Isn't this one out?
I mean, one thought here is, if
Yeah,
you could miss the draw completely, and you'd go to the extra end tied with Hammer. So, and you could win the game with a good draw.
Clean. Yep. Whoa, 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 it's sucking out. Whoa, get off.
Good.
So she'll peel that out, leaving Cora Farrell just needs to touch the paint for 3.
Earlier.
It's up to you.
Yeah.
We know the time for the side we just threw.
Throwing weight
I don't know how cold it is over there.
Yeah.
It just goes like this.
So the power play effective
I
here
know for a
for
fact the side I just threw
Farrell
was a
and
50.
Thurston.
Yeah. I like the intern that we saw earlier, but keep a broom.
And like we said earlier, you just can't relax in a mixed doubles game.
We literally
Big
not-
ends are common, and a 1-point game, presuming they make the draw, is right in front of them.
Cora Farrell, last shot, 7th end, hoping to bring this game closer, 6-5, if she makes this.
Felt big on the
32. We do have backing if we need it, but I think we're
Mine
close.
is good. Only for weight.
Wait's close.
Sounds
Only for
good. She
weight.
can bounce into
It
her
is
own back
running.
here as well.
We're to the back.
Curling now. It's curling now.
Should be
All you.
fine. Certainly,
Good.
there it is, comfortably in. So that will make the score 6-5 after 7 ends, and we'll head to the 8th end in just a moment. But on behalf of USA Curling, I'd like to take this moment to thank the curling community for supporting the sport and this national organization, whether it's through your membership, donations, or volunteer hours that help our game grow. Your support makes many of our efforts possible, whether it's this webcast coverage that you're enjoying right now, the Our House content platform, certification programs for instructors and officials, or the Athlete Outreach Initiative. I always say we're only as strong as the curling community, so on behalf of curling, USA Curling, thank you for all that you do. So we just saw Curling Stadium there, Brett. You know, it's been a pleasure to work with Curling Stadium these last 2 years on national championships, and one of the things we love is showing all the games. 9-1 Wood Cott over Nickel. 6-5 our game, Persinger Casper over Farrell Thurston. Saw this 12-3 score. Moores Wheeler clawing their way back a little bit. It's now 6-4 as they play the 8th against TC Dropkin. Our game 6-5. Persinger Casper, I think you could say, Brett, have had control of this game, but did give up 3 in the last end just to make this finish a little more challenging for them. And certainly it's not difficult to see either a steal of 2 in mixed doubles or to see a mixed doubles game go steal.
Danny Casper mentioned during the break they thought they needed to be efficient on time. As you can see from the clock, Yellow has 2 minutes and 19 seconds left to use, which for Five Rocks is not, they're not under the gun.
No. I will throw out to the curling community that I was just mentioning. You know, one of the things that I struggle with is when we're in venues and at championships where we have time clocks. I get asked a lot by people who don't play what that clock is for. Certainly
Just
when
shot.
we have curling gurus in the stands at national championships, they can explain it, but I would love to find a way to easily explain somehow to a non-curler what those clocks are about, but we haven't been able to crack the code on that yet. A simple way, whether visually or not many words. Persinger now will try to make a play on Farrell's first.
Should come down.
Mine's good.
Certainly the move to thinking time was really positive for the sport. Punishing games with lots of draws was not great for the game, but to your point, it's really hard to explain.
Yeah. This is not the shot Vicky wanted. She's going to punch it right to where Farrell would have liked to put her first one.
What's that?
We're just drawing anyway.
Yeah, right to it.
And if they draw to the corner of that rock, with the drawn rock being kind of between the red on the button and the yellow over on the side, even if they do that in off that Coleman was worried about, it would still be there.
Close. Top
Farrell
four.
Thurston is certainly in a position to steal this
Coming
sign.
down.
Might even have a chance to steal a multiple.
Still curl.
Waits top four. Gotta go. We're light.
Go ahead. Curl. 5-7. Yep. Yep. Keep going every inch. Keep pulling it hard. Go. Okay.
Should have left it out here, I think.
A hair lighter than he
Red.
thought. That he
Red,
would've
red.
liked, but
Yeah, it's dicey because of this, but
I mean, I think we have to.
No, it's not.
okay.
Like that.
Yeah.
of course, the other option is what was discussed, was to play the in off your own. But Casper will try to get some action on all the rocks.
Oh my God.
Okay.
And just about the worst possible outcome there.
Yeah, I don't mind the call of peeling and trying to get the end open
I mean,
pretty
we have
early.
to vary a piece.
But the miss there is to
Here's
just
that
peel
hair
the guard
left.
straight instead of trying to
Did come up for
move
you.
things around inside the house.
They discussed that very possibility. Still lots of rocks to come here, and relatively in mixed doubles world. But Farrell and Thurston definitely in the driver's seat right now. Coleman Thurston, his second stone, his team's third of this 8th and possibly final.
Good line.
Felt there. Looks like it has room.
I don't think Coleman needs to be down right on top of the reds.
Gotta come down.
I think even if he put it in the same
Really has
spot
to
he
come
put his
down.
last one,
Okay, let's leave it
it'd be
higher.
really advantageous.
Yeah, ideally.
This one seems
I
to
have
be
4-9.
floating out a little bit.
Heavy, he doesn't love it.
You hear it?
You know we don't want to be deep.
Okay.
Don't know if they wouldn't have.
Yeah. Shoot, sorry. Could have taken a lot less.
I know. I think one more whack at this. What do you think? Yes or no? You can draw. I just think we're running out of time.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
Although, if we do this, they go here, then what? Is this your second? Timeout. Timeout.
So Casper Persinger mentioned their shortage of time. They're going to use one here and have
I
a
don't think we can do
conversation.
a whole lot of good just hitting the red into something.
So, is this your second?
This is my second, yeah.
I was just thinking if we get something moving here, is my thought.
And if we can unlock this,
Yeah, that was my thought on this.
great.
And
yeah,
even
I'm
straight,
not against that
even
at all.
straight back isn't the end of the world, right?
Yeah.
Was kind of my thought.
Yeah.
Like we can draw, but
Can you just tap it? Are you even shot if you tap it?
yes. But then they play this little.
Yeah. Okay, you want to
But it does curl really nice here too. Like you can get into the inside. Do you like the draw?
I don't know, what do you think?
It's you're throwing it.
Just trying to think, like, there's a lot of ways to, like, be close to making this and still be in rough shape. Like, this is obviously, the draw is obviously, like, for the game, but...
You want to try one more run?
Okay.
See what they do? Do you like the same broom?
Yeah.
So they've discussed 3 options
It
here.
is
The
a
shot
little
they're
further
playing,
over,
the
but-
run, get some action on the stones in the red. Also a slash of the red that Coleman Thurston just threw into that pile. Try to move a lot of stones and at least open up the 4-foot. Or the straight draw. Like to get it right in there and get some action on the 2 stones that are touching the button.
Come on, stay out there.
Roll it.
Okay.
Needs to hold. He's going to miss the bundle in the back, so big trouble here for Persinger Casper.
Here, Cora.
Okay. Time.
And Thurston and Farrell will use their
'Cause
timeout.
if we guard, I can tell you for a fact they're drawing.
Yeah.
Is it ever like here?
Then we know that they're fronting, which isn't bad. I think that's a good spot.
If we end up guarding, fine, whatever.
Yeah, but we want to guard this route, this side
Yeah,
at least.
we don't care about this.
Yeah, exactly. So on the O,
Yeah, I think
maybe just higher.
you don't want to give him that either. So I think just touching center line. Yeah.
Here?
Yeah.
That's great. Are you,
Do you like that or?
yeah, I do. For sure.
Then I don't see. He's gonna have to run onto that side one, or blast it into all of our rocks.
I like that.
Right, like if you go here, he's drawing, and we might not even have a chance. I think it's here.
Yep. This turn.
I like the exact
out-
same term. There's no
sure.
reason to guess.
So we were.
So they'll play this
Where's the
in
line for
turn.
this?
Just
That, because where'd you
be
have me on my
here.
draw?
Yeah, we were here last time, so
Okay, because we can overcurl this
here.
just fine. Yep.
they want to be on the O in Tom's, or touching the O in Tom's Food Markets.
Think like
Yeah,
a
this was my
15-8.
first instinct when I saw the setup is going top 12 somewhere close to the center line, either on the center line or just to the right of it as we're looking down the camera, and he'll put red in a really, really strong position to steal.
Coleman Thurston, his last here in this 8th end.
line is
Set
good.
up well for
Not
to
like
steal.
Top 12, maybe a hair heavy, but
Stay close.
weight's good.
Line is close.
Coming down a lot, playing
Keep
the
it
guard.
there. Keep it there.
This is coming down a ton.
Wall then. Wall. We're over curling if we're high.
Well, we have to be close, don't we? The up here does nothing.
Okay, we're over curling by a mile.
Neither player happy
Came down
with
a ton.
that.
Like
Yeah.
that was not even close.
Just that much more.
Yeah.
So Danny Casper hasn't been happy with his last few throws. Needs one here. He's trying to just hit
You know
and
this
stick
line, we
right
played
there,
this
which would
earlier.
be pretty
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, a hair low is okay, but we can't flirt with the guard too much. I mean, on.
Yeah, I don't blame Coleman for
Right,
being
yeah.
You got it.
Should I take
Frustrated.
puzzled there because they did, talk about where they put the broom for the shot that ended up on the left side of the 4 foot,
You gotta-
and then they moved it in what I would think would be an appropriate amount based on that.
Well, and I could also understand where Cora was at. He keeps sweeping it. It curls further, opens it up more is what happens. So
Right.
A little easy.
Here comes Casper.
Whoa! Close! Whoa, no! Curl! Curl! Curl!
Begging it to curl now.
Curl!
Can't touch that red one.
Curl!
Perfect.
And that
Great
is
shot.
perfect.
Wow, that's a great shot.
That is very well done. I think all they have
Good shot,
now is
Nana.
that tap.
You need to give us a chance.
That could, sometimes it's not about your shooting percentages, Brett. It's about the shots you make, and that was a big one.
Great job.
Good curling.
I was going a little rogue on the sweep.
I know, I was like, stop.
I knew I was going to curl eventually. Yours didn't. It took so long to get to the center line.
Vicky saying she was going a little bit rogue on the sweeping. I like that comment.
Cora's still going to have a chance here to get that yellow out and
I need time to curl.
still put pressure. This is not over by any means.
No, they will be hard pressed to steal more than one here now, though. So she's throwing hack at this, so that yellow's not going to go too far. Cora Farrell, last shot for her team here in this 8th end. Needs to make a good one.
Tons of room.
Needs to curl.
Curl, always. We're on the yellow.
Early call
Whoa.
for
Whoa.
sweep
Whoa.
to make it curl.
Whoa. Whoa.
Now it looks like it's on the yellow. He's trying to play the thin chisel. And that won't work, and that will be a score of 1 for Vicky Persinger and Danny Casper. They'll have a 7-5 victory over Cora Farrell and Coleman Thurston. Brett Jackson, thanks for joining me. Thanks for joining me as we let Tyler George get a little bit of extra rest this morning. He'll be back with the next game, which is at 12:30 p.m. Is that correct?
Yeah, today's 4-draw day.
4-draw day.
Lots of action coming up, and as with this pool, the other pool will still have 3 games left to go.
Yeah. So important win there for Persinger and Casper. They came into this at 3-1. Here's a look at the other scores from the other sheets. We've recapped some of these already, but 9-1 Woodcott over Nickel. This game, 7-5 Persinger over Casper. Kim Rhyme and Jason Smith with a 12-3 win over Emily Schweitzer and Blake Hagberg. And TC Dropkin with a 6-4 win in a good game over there on sheet E over Moores and Wheeler. Persinger and Casper discussing their communication. There's a look at the final score. So Persinger and Casper got out to an early lead in this and controlled until that 3-7, and you know they were certainly in a bit of a jam at the end. So with that, we'll be back later on at 12:30. Or Tyler George will be back. Brett and I won't be back, but join us again here in Curling Stadium with Curling Stadium on our YouTube channel. Appreciate everyone. Thanks for joining us.
That was like, I got a little too caught, and this